Hello, this is a quite different video than the normal style, so I just want everyone to know this video hopefully is the first of its kind. It may not be, so yeah, please show your support in this video if you guys enjoy it. Obviously, you don't have to. If you guys don't enjoy it, then don't show support. So yeah. And as you can probably tell, I'm a big fan of Pokemon! Who would have thought? This Detective Pikachu poster that has been on this door since the movie came out, as well as my collection of all currently available Pokemon Funko Pops. I believe by the time this comes out, Wave 3 might be out, but we have them ordered, so don't worry. Obviously, I like more than just Pokemon. 90% of the shelf is Pokemon. But yeah. So let's begin. What if I was a Pokemon gym leader? I've created 2. What if I was a Pokemon gym leader in Galar, which is what we'll start with, and what if I was a Pokemon gym leader anywhere? I'll explain the restrictions of each of those as we go. So, what if I was a Pokemon gym leader in the Galar region? If that were the case, obviously, I'd be limited to the Galar Pokemon. So, of course, that is a restriction. Now, that is something I think is workable, though. So, if I were a gym leader in the Galar region, I'd only be able to use Galarian Pokemon, as well as a Champions Cup variant of my team, and would have to have a Gigantamax version of a Pokemon on my team. So let's jump into what if I was a Galarian gym leader. If I were a gym leader in the Galar region, I would be a Psychic type gym leader. One more restraint I forgot to mention, I'm not allowed to use any more types that haven't been taken. And I'll be honest, I weighed my options. Annoyingly, my favorite Pokemon, a dual type Pokemon, Mimikyu, and both of their types are taken by 2 gyms, literally a round apart. So that's great. But I'd be a Psychic type gym leader. I weighed my options. Out of all the Pokemon types that aren't taken from Galar, they really show some salt types. Most of my Pokemon that I like that are left over are Psychic type or part Psychic. Not to mention, out of the Psychic type, 2 Pokemon that are widely available up to the point where the gym is going to be located were on my playthrough team. So, let's go. So, I would be about the 5th gym, and I'd be replacing Opal's gym. You enter my gym to find my friend Celeste, who will ask you a set of questions. Basically, you'll be asked, what Pokemon did you start your journey with? Sobble, Grookey, or Scorbunny? If you answer wrong, you will be told you are lying. You currently have insert starter here on your team. Or if you have no starter on your team, you'll be told that you are lying, but you do not have the Pokemon on you. Obviously, this would create 9 different options because of the fact that it would be accounting for for all of the evolutions of the starters. But yes, so after that, Celeste will tell you to go through a door. There are 3 doors. The one with the grass type gym's leader's Milo's badge symbol on it, one with Nessa's, and one with Kabu's. You will go through, and depending on your starter, one will open up. If you chose Score Bunny, Nessa's door will open. If you chose Grookey, Kabu's door will open. And if you chose Sobble, Milo's door will open. Which will lead you into a small recreation of their gym of sorts. In each of them, there would be a trainer and a puzzle, representing their gym puzzle. The trainer would be wearing that gym's type outfit, and there would be a puzzle. For the fire type section, there would be Kabu's catching puzzle of sorts, but instead, it would actually take inspiration from the Alola region, where you could either battle a totem Pokemon-esque Pokemon, or battle the trainer, who is lower level than the totem Pokemon, but has a full team of 6 Pokemon. So, you do have to account for that. For Nessa's gym, it will be a maze of sorts. It's a very small maze that you would actually be able to control where the maze moves. At the end of it would be a totem Pokemon-esque Dreadnought. Which, note, this would be by far the weakest of all the totem Pokemon-esque Pokemon available, because it would require a puzzle. Or you could go through a trainer with 6 Pokemon. Honestly, recommend going for the trainer with this one. And if you end up in Milo's section, you get what is the coolest of the mini sections. There is no trainer to fight. There is a wall of Wooloos just blocking your path. By the way, editor, put a giant wall of Wooloos over the screen. So there's a wall of Wooloos blocking your path. Which sounds scary, right? And it is! You go and interact with them. They tumble down, forming a giant, mega, Gigantamax Wooloo. And yes, I said Gigantamax, not Dynamax. This would be in a Pokemon exclusive to this, which would later be given out. I'll explain that in a minute. Similar to Eternamax Eternatus, you would have to find a Wooloo, a giant Wooloo, constructed entirely of smaller Wooloos, with the head being a Dubwool. You take it out, the Wooloos scatter along, and the Dubwool heads running into the next room. You go through the door, this would be the same for all 3 doors, and you'll meet Celeste again, who will ask how you did. You can answer yes or no. Like, you can answer I did good, I didn't do good. She will say, that's good. There's one more challenge for you before you fight Gym Leader Brandon. Me! Literally, it would be Celestial Trainer Celeste. You are now in a battle with Celeste. Celeste starts out with her Musharna, with its Heal Bell, Baton Pass, Yawn, and Dream Eater. making it one of Celeste's strongest Pokemon at level 35. Sorry, this always 100. She will then send out her level 35 Meowstick with Future Sight, Energy Ball, Fake Out, and Facade. You battle it, win, and then fight her Indeedee, the Pokemon she Gigantamaxes with Dazzling Gleam, Fake Out, Hyper Voice, and Baton Pass. Sorry, forgot. You inevitably beat her. Where she then says, "Congratulations. You can now head on to fighting Brandon." Please visit me once you become champion. Now, also, just quick thing you might want to notice on her little design I made. That is very heavily Rayquaza inspired. And there's a good reason for that. I decided to go kind of with the celestial theme. Rayquaza is a celestial Pokemon, and Celeste. I actually will mention her rematch at the end of this video. So stay tuned if you want to see that. So yeah. You beat Celeste and battle me. Didn't expect you to make it this far. Well, I did. It's finally time to battle me. Meet me in the stadium. It will be an amazing battle. Good luck. You head out to the stadium. Where you fight my Galarian Slowpoke. My highest level Pokemon, because it's a Galarian Slowpoke. I love it. I just love Galarian Slowpoke. You defeat Galarian Slowpoke. I'll send out my Galarian Ponyta. Once you beat it, I send out my Espeon. Due to the magic of game programming, will always outspeed you on the first turn and use Future Sight. Well, no. It won't outspeed you, but it will always start off with using Future Sight. You beat Espeon. And before I send out my Gigantamax. You've done great, kid! I already got to applaud you for that. So let's finish this battle with a spectacle. Go, Hatterene! You fight my Gigantamax Hatterene in a climactic battle. The crowd is cheering because it's Galar. That's just what happens when we're on Gigantamax Pokemon. You win. You beat me. Good job. You're gonna make it far. I'll see ya in the Champions Cup. I head off and out of the stadium. But before I go through the door back to exit the gym to head to the Pokemon Center, I turn around one last time. You'll do good. And continue. You have now officially gotten your 5th gym badge. You exit through where you came from, where you'll then get the badge from Celeste. Now, it's time for my team in the Champions Cup, where you're at just as much risk as you were before. You encounter me in the Champions Cup. Knew you'd make it this far, kid. I've been to a lot of regions, and you're the strongest trainer I think I've seen in a while. If I lose this battle, then I'm gonna head home. But I will change the future. You enter the battle. My Galarian Slowpoke battles you again. Because it's my Galarian Slowpoke. You defeat it, I send out my Alolan Raichu. Which people might be like, was not in my original team, it was actually gonna be there instead of Galarian Slowpoke, but I felt Raichu was too high level for this moment, and there is an Alolan Pikachu. You beat it, and fight my Espeon. Then you beat my Galarian Rapidash. I send out my Gardevoir. And before we fight my final Pokemon, well, you don't need Future Sight to know what I'm gonna use now. My final Pokemon, and I'll make sure I win. I know every move you're gonna make, kid. Let's do this. You fight my Gigantamax Hatterene. You beat me. Didn't expect to lose. You're a really strong trainer. The fact you managed to beat me twice, and I'm traveled to so many regions. Maybe I'll see you in Alola someday. Too bad the Aether Foundation was destroyed. I'll see you later. Now, before you mention something, obviously because Pokemon timelines, this is a different timeline than the Alola we know, and a different timeline from my other gym. As in this timeline, I am a Psychic type specialist, which, if I were ever going to be a gym leader, it would definitely be Ghost type. It's my favorite type by far, and so many of my favorite Pokemon lie there, and a Pokemon that is dear to my heart for more reasons than just I like its design, or it is a cool concept, or I used it in a playthrough team, and it was amazing. So yeah. Now, before we go into the next thing, I need to just quickly set the stage. After the events of Ultra Sun and Moon, so even the post game, a trainer that wanted to bring stuff to the Alola region, found out about the Cantonian Gym. Which you might be like, that's cool. But obviously, not everything works out exactly how it's supposed to. And I am amazed and super excited that the Cantonian Gym was brought to the Alola region. So I decide to start up my own gym. I asked the trial captains if they would like to help. I make sure that they understand that I'm not trying to replace trials. I just think it would be fun to bring another opportunity to the Alola region for trainers so they can participate in both. So, we head out. There's a library built next to the Aether House on Ula Ula Island. You'll head to it, where you'll encounter me. Another challenger. You've already proven your worth. Meet me inside the gym. It won't be too hard to face me, so don't worry. I head inside the building. You head in following me. And inside is somehow a set of rooms. Rooms that are stylized after specific regions. The first room looks oddly familiar. It's designed after Agatha's room in the Elite Four. In it, where she'd be standing, you walk up to it. From a shadow in the floor, a Gengar pops out. This Gengar, at level 70, battles you. You beat it, it fades into the floor, and the door to the next room opens up. You walk through into a room styled like Johto. The room you enter looks like the radio tower, which you might be like, that's a weirdly random place. It's like, you have all these ghostly places you could pick from, and you choose the radio tower. Okay. It's an abandoned version of Johto's radio tower, which was built where Lavender Tower was in the Kanto games. You see where I'm going with this. Of course, this spooky, weird room is scary. You fight I believe. I just want to make sure I have the right Pokemon here, because I am just winging this. Where's a mischievous? Yeah, it's a Johto Pokemon. Or more specifically, its evolution, which isn't a Johto Pokemon, from the... Trying to think if it's from the Sinnoh region, Mismagius. You fight the Mismagius. Some rubble from the collapsed Lavender Tower is destroyed. Thankfully. You head through into the next room, which is based on Sea Marvel, which anyone who has played Oras knows that place is very, very unique. In it is a Dusclops. Or more accurately, its evolved form, Dusk Noir. After battling the Dusk Noir, you head into the next room, which is designed after, I believe it's called Spear Pillar. It's where you encounter Garatina. So, yeah, the place you, if it's not, I'm sorry, it's based on that, and the room is leading into the Distortion World. Now, again, I'm just scrolling through, so forgive me. Does one even have in it is a Drifblim. You battle the Drifblim and head into the Unova base section. Which is some sort of tower. I don't know the name of it. It's a tower that appeared in the anime in an episode starring the candle one. I can't remember its name. Chandelier's pre-evolution. So yeah. So don't worry. It's fine. But you battle a Chandelier. Next, you head into the Kalos area. Did Kalos even have a ghost area? Not really. So it's a haunted wood featuring Trevorant. I just figured it's appropriate. Maybe some pumpkins in there for which you can interact with, and you'll battle a Pumpkaboo. You head into the Alola themed section, which is empty. Literally just has a note on the floor reading, "Do the ghost trial." It's literally south of this place. No, I said there were 7 rooms. That's technically a lie. Of course, Galar doesn't get one because it didn't exist yet. But there is an 8th room. Now, I don't really consider the Alola room a room, since it's literally no Pokemon in there. It literally just tells you, go downstairs. So you go to the next room, where you encounter me. Good job. Did the ghost scare you? No? Good. I sent a Pokeball into the air. And you are battling, and you're battling Rotom. You defeat Rotom and fight Phantom, who is a unique Pokemon. It's my highest level Pokemon, and actually this would make it the highest level Pokemon encountered ever. Obviously, it could be nerfed like level 80. It's just, I felt like if you look at Rotom here, it keeps the stats quite even between the team. There's level 70 Rotom and this level 100 Phantom. Or you could just make it a Trevenant and make it lower level. You then fight a Gengar. Now, quick note, the Gengar you fought from earlier is this exact same Gengar build-wise, except for it's not holding an air balloon. Then, you fight Chandelure. Same Chandelure from earlier. My final 2 Pokemon are left. Now, unlike other battles, I actually will say something here. Surprise what's coming next? It shouldn't be. Me and my friends worked really hard to get this next Pokemon. It's actually where most of these guys come from anyway. So welcome to a battle. Not holding back anymore. You fight a Marshadow. You beat the Marshadow and fight Mimikyu. You somehow beat Mimikyu. Mimikyu, are you alright? I quickly pull out a potion and heal up the Pokemon. You did a good job. I know these Pokemon are already dead, but they're alive. At least to me. Gym badges don't really matter in this region. But here's one anyway. You literally just get a Mimikyu pin. It's just Mimikyu's head in a pin. And take this to a shop on Ulu Island. I hand you a voucher for a special customized outfit, which actually allows you, depending on your gender, to either get my outfit or Acerola's outfit. So yeah. Now there's one thing I said would be up next, so let's battle Celeste. In time for what I asked you to wait for. The versus Celeste rematch. If you head to the gym it will say closed. Now, all you need to do for this to work is simply go to a Corviknight taxi that is located next door during this event to rematch her. So it will be available anytime now. And ask for it to fly you to the stadium. In the stadium. Now, this seems like the player was told, hey, come back once you become champion. I would like to rematch you. So you do. You head into the stadium where you see Celeste. Who says there is a lot to explain. And we don't exactly have the time to. This will be the last psychic battle proceeded in this gym. As a strong trainer named Bede is taking over the gym since Brandon left. But let's make this the best battle we've seen yet. If you beat me, I'll give you the answers. But I'm not going to be in Galar for much longer. Send up a call and I'll battle you again, as I know you're a strong trainer. But I'm not holding back this time. Just know that. That I will not hold back. So let's do this! She starts out with a Haxorus. Which might seem weird. Like, why are you starting out with a Haxorus? That's such an odd Pokemon to start out with for a Psychic trainer. Hey, Genius. Didn't I point out that there's very clearly Rayquaza design on her entirety of her outfit? After you beat her Haxorus, you fight a Jirachi, the only non-Dragon-type Pokemon, other than Silvally, which native to the Galar region, that can learn Draco Meteor. Then you fight Latios, which is also the only Pokemon on here that isn't available currently in the Galar region, but I'm certain. But it will be added in the Crown Tundra update. So, just be fine with that. She will then send out a Vaporeon, which is, fun fact, Celeste's favorite Pokemon. Like, actual real-world Celeste. She then sends out a Zekrom. I'm like, why does she only have 2 non-legendary Pokemon on her team? That seems broken. By the way, there's a reason I chose Latios. Only Dragon Psychic type Pokemon. Other than, I think, Latias. Then, you fight Mew. She doesn't use Gigantamaxing. But instead, she Mega Evolves it. making her the only trainer available to Mega Evolve in these games. You defeat her, and she will explain that you are indeed a strong trainer. My family is part of the Dracinid tribe. Which, by the way, if you haven't noticed, Celeste battles have been using versus Zinnia for Morass. Just saying, yeah. Definitely could have picked up on this. She says that her sister is a strong Pokemon trainer. She is not heading to the Howen region, but instead to another region where the Draconids began. Now, either retcon this or something, or say there are two tribes or something, like 2 bits, but I believe it said in the Delta episode that the Draconids are not from Howen, and or I'm blatantly lying to your face. Wikipedia, let's just check this. The Draconid people. Why is this? Nope. Yeah, so I'm just gonna retcon that. Since I found a Meteor Falls. Well, actually, no. The Dragon people are from another region. But Meteor Falls has a tunnel that leads underground and to another region, and some Draconid people, which include Zinnia, travel there to Howen by this non-man-made tunnel. So that just explains why it's not going to Howen, but it's also a Draconid thing. Just so you guys understand where I'm coming through on that. Celeste then explains that there is 2 different tribes of the Draconid people. As half of them went through the tunnel and ended up in Howen, and the other half ended up not going through and staying in their home region of unnamed region. Unnamed region, people. That's what we're going with. We're going with unnamed region. Which could be a future video. But yes. You go through, and she will explain that her sister was one of the handful of Draconid people to go through the tunnel. she's heard rumors that in the Howen region, the Dracinid people have been spotted, referring to Zinnia, and says that she intends to investigate that on her way to her home region. Now, obviously, this Dracinid, the Dracinid people that have been spotted in Howen, is obviously referring to Zinnia, which, and Celeste also says that she intends on clearing up the rubble that is blocking the two halves of the Dracinid tribe from separating. But there is going to be a problem, which is something for a later episode if we make one, and this would be a long time from now. I'll put in the description a basic explanation of what would happen in case this episode doesn't get made, but so read the description if you want to know why there's a problem. So, yeah. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it, and I hope you guys do as well. Do you want to see what happens next in Celeste's story? Do you want to know what is happening? What would happen if I made an evil team? Except what would happen if I was a Pokemon rival? All that sort of thing. Basically think Birdkeeper Toby's What If Pokemon series. I would love to make that my own too. Well, obviously, kind of, I'm taking it from him, but at the same time, he literally is like, these videos are to get people creative. Like, he wants us to make response videos. That's the whole point of them. But yeah, do you want to see more of these? Yes or no? Preferably yes. Tell me.